welcome to Marlene at home, and I'm out and about again this summer. In 2016, our community was saddened by the closing of our North Carroll High School due to declining enrollment. It was one of 3 schools closed in our county that year. We took it personally. My girls graduated from here. I subbed here as a teacher for years. If you're a viewer not from Carroll County, Maryland, maybe you wouldn't understand, but then again, maybe you would. Many schools have closed in the last few years. But here's some facts about our North Carroll High School. In September 1956, Manchester High School and Hampstead High School consolidated to make the North Carroll High School. In 2006 and 7, North Carroll High School celebrated its 50th anniversary, about when the student body exceeded 1,800 students. In 2009 and 10, the school was split into 2 schools with the new Manchester Valley High School. By 2016, the North Carroll High School closed and students joined the Manchester Valley High School. North Carroll High School colors, red, white, and black. Mascot, a panther. The motto, once a panther, always a panther. Well, maybe in 2023, we may be coming full circle. Our Carroll County Public Library summer reading theme is all together now, and our beloved school has been bought and is beginning to turn into a great community gathering spot, like teaming up with the North Carroll Rec Council for indoor and outdoor sports facilities. Come inside the old North Carroll High School, and you will be amazed to see what's happening inside. Here we are, we're inside the former North Carroll High School, right outside the office. Over here, you may recognize that. And I'm back with Jessica, who is the general manager of Coppermine. And we met her last year when she took us on a tour of Cascade Lake, now called Cascade Park, and all that Coppermine has there. Okay, Jessica, tell us a little bit more about your title, what you do, and introduce us to our other partner.
Great. I do a little bit of everything, I guess. Coppermine is quickly expanding in Carroll County, so we have lots of different facilities here. And one is our partnership with Blue Ocean and Blueprint Properties, and they have this wonderful, amazing facility that we are renovating and rejuvenating in the community. It has been much needed and a long time coming. Ron Schurz here is the guy who's here every day. He manages this property, and if you walk in, you will probably see him. And he knows as much about this building as anyone else, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that was a nice introduction. Thank you very much. Well, this is really an exciting project. And again, my name's Ron Schurz. I'm the facility manager here for the project. And my main objective here is to help the owners of Blue Ocean and Coppermine to redevelop this property here. There's 285,000 square foot under roof and approximately 57 acres that we've moved in on, and we're working on with capital projects while Coppermine is building up programs and stuff here. So it's really neat thing to happen for the community to have this awesome, what I would say, local community center for the community. And we're excited that Blue Ocean Realty decided to buy the property to preserve it for the community. So lots of resources inside here. Wait till you see the tour.
Another thing that happens in this building is a school, and with a dog. Tell me about that.
Well, thanks. Yeah, one of the neat things about our redevelopment project here was having the Christiana Homeschool Academy, one of our first tenants upstairs. 170 kids come here twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays to utilize the upstairs. And on the off days, they use the classroom space for extracurricular activities like music and other activities. I mean, as you can see, Bruce outside there is the mascot there for the Christiana Homeschool Academy. So the kids and parents really enjoy seeing Bruce when they come in twice a week.
Christiana Homeschool Academy is a hybrid homeschool community using the classical model of education. It is ecumenical, having both Catholic and Protestant students. It is a Christian 2-day-a-week program. It has in-person instruction by over 40 paid tutors. The school began in 2001-2002 school year. But now they have 170 students. They go from preschool to grade 12 with an average of 10 to 12 graduates every year. I did not take pictures of the students in their classrooms. I just took of the office area and where the students eat lunch. Another section of the high school, former high school, the Coppermine Pantherplex, it's now called, is going to have a Boys and Girls Club section. And this is Jim Rodriguez that's going to be in charge here. And Jim, tell us about what's happening here, and our audience would love to hear.
Absolutely. Well, we're very excited to be in this community. We're an after-school program that serves the kids of this community. And we're going to first reach out to our teen population, our preteen population. We're going to reach out to Shiloh Middle School, North Carroll Middle School, and Manchester Valley High School to start off. And we're going to open up in October in the fall and get some rooms ready, renovate them, and get them ready for our programming for our kids.
So what kind of things are you going to have here for them?
Sure. So we're going to take advantage of this great complex here. In addition to being able to use some of the facility here in the complex, we also offer sports and recreation. We offer arts and craft. We offer music. We offer STEM activities. Have a lot of fun. We do academic tutorials, helping the kids academically. So a variety of things, and we're always open to different programming if the desires of the kids or the needs of the kids, or even if volunteers, they want to bring something new to the kids.
One other thing I'd like to mention is when we were at the academy, the school that meets here, they were in the math wing. Here, where we are, and where the Boys and Girls Club is going to be, is in the science wing. So those of you that have been familiar with the school in the past, it can kind of help give you some bearing of where we are. Boys and Girls Clubs are growing all over the place in Carroll County. You might be familiar with the first one in Westminster, but anyway, now we've got one right in our own backyard coming. Okay, I just had to include this room. This is going to be part of the Boys and Girls Club, but many of you in the community will know this as John Lynham's science classroom. I subbed for Carroll County Public Schools for almost 15 years. I was in this room as a sub. My kids were in this room as students, and many of you have fond memories of Mr. Lynham and the things that happened in this room. I have to say, as a sub, this was always one of the most behaved classrooms because you did not want to be in trouble with Mr. Lynham. All right, absolutely. So tell us some more.
So this room is going to serve as our touching point place where the students come on in off the buses. They're going to first come here. We get an opportunity to see how their day's been, how we can possibly help them out, encourage them, just see what's going on. And then they're actually going to have their daily snack here. So we're going to go ahead and from here, be able to interact with the young kids and then be able to feed them a snack. And then from this point on, they actually head off to programming for the day.
I don't think snacks were ever allowed in John Lynham's classroom.
Well, this might be a first then. This might be a first.
Thanks. Where are we now?
We're in the old greenhouse. So we're really excited to be able to utilize this space. We're going to be able to expose the kids to different types of gardenings. We're actually going to do a hydroponics area in which we'll be able to grow vegetables and fruit and plants and just expose the kids to all different kind of gardening and different new techniques that are being used. We're really excited about this space.
Great. These are the pictures set up in each room as to what it's going to be. This is going to be the greenhouse. Here's the game lounge. But kids will also have all the access to indoor and outdoor sports facilities. Here is the teen center, the conference room. Arts and music will be a big part of the kids' afternoons as well. Here you can see some of the bright colors and cabinets and things they're adding. Here's the front desk and the lobby, what you'll see when you first enter. At the North Carroll location, the Leadership and Workforce Development Program will be an excellent addition. This is designed to educate and build interest and give hands-on experience for middle and high school youth. And they'll take field trips and there'll be guest speakers, just a lot of neat things. The Noah Break Company last year mentored students to fill out job applications and interview skills and dressing for success. Also, the Carroll Community College offered 3 weeks hands-on opportunity to try different certificate programs that they have. Things like, and the list is long, like welding, dental assisting, farm tech, nursing, phlebotomy, auto mechanic, electrical, entrepreneurship, and drone technology. So lots of great exposure for students to see what they might be interested in for their future. So here's the new home for the Boys and Girls Club in what used to be the whole science department of the North Carroll High School. In addition to the things I've already talked about, there's going to be a college readiness program, career launch, how to get started in a job, character development, physical strength and conditioning program, and a financial literacy training and information as well. I wanted to tell you that this after-school program will run from 2:30 to 6 p.m. with also bus services at the 3 schools that were mentioned, Shiloh, North Carroll Middle, and Manchester Valley High School. They're just starting with the preteens and teens first. Membership to attend, the membership fee is only $30 per year. Eventually, this North Carroll Boys and Girls Club will serve ages 6 to 18, but starting in October, they'll just start with the middle school and high schools. I want to say many thanks to Jim Rodriguez for being our tour guide. He's also heading up this program at North Carroll's Boys and Girls Club. He just retired last year after 31 years in public education. I know he was about 10 years at Westminster High School and a couple years at the North Carroll High School. So excellent person to be leading this program here in the North Carroll area. Open houses have already begun at the North Carroll Boys and Girls Club location. So if you have any interest, be sure to get in touch with them. You'll see more and more getting completed as you go on the tour. They have really done a wonderful job of trying to make this not look like a school necessarily. And they're advertising upcoming programs, the theater things. Here's some decorations in the old display cases. Here's some musicals that are coming up in July, or productions. I'm not sure if that's a musical. Okay, here's another place leading up to what used to be the auditorium. And I'll just show you a nice setting over here. Welcome to our hive. Laura, tell us a little bit about what's happening here and what was the old school auditorium.
Yes, well, hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. So the auditorium is now our 798-seat theater where we hold events from the Nutcracker to dance competitions and dance recitals, vocal concerts, pretty much anything that you could think of live entertainment-wise. We've had comedians, magicians, and from what you saw in the lobby, the group that is here that I also run is Coppermine Presents Players on Air. We do about 8 to 10 productions a year in between all of the other fun things happening.
And here we go into the theater.
So, welcome to our theater. We have been doing a lot of work that maybe you won't see right off the bat, but when you come to see a production, you'll notice better sound quality, better lighting, and coming next month, we're getting our very own fly system installed, which will allow us to bring up and down set pieces to basically fly them in to make our productions bigger and better with everything. We can now do about 4 different backdrops that we can lower the bar, tie it on, and raise it back up instead of climbing an 18-foot ladder to get them all up there. We've got new upholstered seats in some places that we're continuing to work on. We've added our center steps here, which make for great access for different shows, different entrances and exits. And we've got one of the largest stages in the county, along with wing space like you would for storage.
And some things you've done up here?
Yes, so we have some new lighting accessories. This one is on rent right now, the truss, but that allows us to, again, just add better lighting to every production that comes in, and it just adds a little impact to each show. Makes it a little better and more fun to watch. We have some sound equipment that we've purchased along the way as well. There wasn't much when Coppermine took over, so it's been great adding things and just each production getting better and better with everything. Our band room, or what was the old band room, is now a dressing room, which will pretty much be state-of-the-art when it's done. It's got new carpeting, painted, we've got granite countertops, mirrors. It's beautiful.
Oh, we will have to take a look.
Yeah.
This room, to me, I remember being in many concerts, both my kids very involved with music, so many concerts, many of the school drama things, that kind of thing. And then as a library employee, many times coming and doing presentations for students, almost annually. Spoke to all the freshman class in freshman seminar about library resources, and so I have to get the library plug in there too. But a lot of wonderful uses here in this room. Here are some beautiful shots that you may recognize of the theater. Where am I?
You are in what used to be the band room. For those of you who remember, there used to be wall-to-wall cabinets everywhere. We got those out. The rug had lots and lots of paint stains. So we've got that ripped out. We've painted the walls just a nice bright white, and then placed mirrors, countertops, new carpeting, as I mentioned.
And what color did you say?
Black. Sticking with Coppermine colors. Yep. So white walls, black doors, trim, and floors.
And what will this be again?
This is going to be a dressing room.
The dressing room?
Yep, one of the dressing rooms that we'll be using. But as you can see, there's lots of countertop space to plug in curling irons, flat irons, and do your makeup and get show ready.
Oh, great. Since my girls were musical, this was a room we were very familiar with, and it looks quite a bit different.
Thank you. We're hoping that the other rooms behind us will start getting just like this, a little makeover as well. One room at a time.
Okay, so now we're in the old cafeteria, now called the banquet room. And tell us, what happens here?
Yeah, well, as you can see, our old cafeteria has been turned into a banquet room. And as you can see behind me a little bit was the old senior patio. But we've done a really nice job of painting up the area. And we kind of want to be able to use this area for folks to rent out for banquet style events, whether that be your class reunions or recitals or actually bingos over here. The fire department actually leases out this space for rentals for their fundraisers while the new fire department's being built. So if you have a reunion or any type of activity that you need a large space for, this can seat up to 450 people banquet style, and we can have about 950 people here in a meeting style event. So the area is very large to use, and I'd encourage everybody that went here to come over and take a look.
So here's a glance around the old cafeteria. We've just seen the senior porch out there, and taking a look back towards the kitchen, the old kitchen. And here we are standing on the side while we're being filmed. But I'm sure you have many memories of this spot if you went to this school. And there's that senior porch again. And tell me, there's also a church that meets here and in the media center.
Yep.
So is that just Sunday mornings?
Their services are Sunday mornings here, and you're right, they do use the banquet room or the media center, whichever area is available to them.
Okay, now we're hanging out in one of my favorite places, the media center. Many, many times I've been in here and presented programs for the library. I've subbed in here numerous times. And so it's really fun for me to come back and see this. But I also want to hear what other uses this room has and what the future holds for this area. For those of you that grew up in this area, we're just down the hall from the English department. And so just to remind you what's nearby. All right, fill us in.
I can tell you got a lot of memories in here, the way you talk. You light up like a Christmas tree when we walked in here, so.
Christmas tree. Funny you should say that. I love Christmas. People out there will be laughing.
Well, the media center, as you can see, was a large space. In my opinion, it's probably one of the largest media centers that was in the county. Currently, it's stripped down, but it does get used for multiple different things. We actually have a church that meets in here that gets used for meetings for different groups. There's rehearsals in here for theater productions. We had early voting in here as well. We also had a medieval event in here, first of its kind up here in northern part of Carroll County. So this area itself is really wide open for anybody to imagine something that they could do here. But in the future for this space, though, we are looking for some sort of a medical partner that would take over this space because it would sort of tie in with the theme of Coppermine itself with the sports and theater and the multitude of different activities they have going on here. But Jessica, can you expand a little bit about what more? Was it medical?
Sure. Well, the sky's the limit in this building right now. So we do have other spaces available that have ideas that for other potential leases. And this being one of them, a medical partner would fit right in with what we do and what we do best. Anything that ties into our values with being a part of the community, and providing services for the community and the people of the community. As long as it ties in with that,
Yep.
the sky's the limit.
Now, if somebody wanted to rent parts of our place out or the sports
Sure,
fields or
sure.
anything, what would they do?
It might go to a variety of different people. So I think the best way to contact us would be to utilize our email, which is panther@gocoppermine.com. You can always check out what we have to offer on our website as well, which is www.gocoppermine.com. And even calling any of our local facilities, we will point you in the right direction.
One of the first tenants of the building was the Carroll County Sheriff's Office Training Academy. They've signed a lease for 10 years to be part of the Coppermine Pantherplex. The Training Academy is certified by the Maryland Police and Correctional Training Commission and will provide entry-level training for recruits as well as in-service training for current law enforcement officers. Also, you talked to me about Carroll Community College athletics. Tell us about that.
So we have partnered with Carroll Community College. They are rapidly expanding their sports programs in order to be competitive with other local community colleges. Their academics are top-notch there anyway, so they're just adding another element for their students. So they have started the Carroll Lynx, and they will actually be having their Carroll Lynx women's volleyball's home will be located right here at Pantherplex.
Well, I want to thank both of you for helping me today. There are so many things to explore here, and I just wanted to give you the opportunity to see what's happening. They haven't even been part of this. Coppermine hasn't even been part of this joint venture here for a year. It hasn't even been a year yet. They have a lot of plans, but just waiting, getting passports, getting permits. That's the word I want. library does passports, they're looking at permits. But anyway, lots of things happening here. So stay tuned. Thanks again for joining me at Marlene at Home and Out and About. And today I'm at what was formerly the North Carroll High School, that's now the
Pantherplex.
Coppermine Pantherplex, let me get it right. And next month, I will be filming from a local ice cream place that is celebrating their 100th year. So join us the second Sunday in July at 3 p.m. for that. And then in August, I will be exploring local coffee shops because they're sprouting up all over around us. So there's what's happening a little bit this summer. If you have any interest in renting any of the outdoors or indoor facilities at the Pantherplex, please go online or please give them a call. There's outdoor spaces and fields, there's indoor courts, there's just a variety of things in the building you can rent, the auditorium, the band room, the chorus room. You can go online and even reserve them, pay online. But there's things like the auditorium, the cafeteria, band room, choir room, media center, 3 different classrooms, parking lots, the library, the history wing, as well as all the sports things in and outside of the building. Thanks again for joining me at Marlene at Home and Out and About this summer. Look forward to seeing you again in July and August.